You are watching the Pittsburgh Penguin Fan Show on Fan Media Network. I'm Joe Bartnick, a Pittsburgh Penguin fan. Joining me now, Pittsburgh Penguin fan, my great friend, puck-off co-host, the one and only Andy Pacaro. Andy, yeah, baby.
What's going on?
You gotta be fired up about what happened last night on the island. Penguins win 5-4 in a crazy game. The five forwards and the three forwards and two defensemen the Penguins had out for the ceremony, for the opening ceremony, the Star Spangled Banner, were all in the penalty box at the same time in the third period. This game could have been called by Gorilla Monsoon and Jesse the Body Ventura, and the Penguins prevailed. They took it all. They scored clutch goals. This was a game that they haven't won in 4 years. Teams the last 3 years, they couldn't have won this game. They didn't win this game. Who knows what's going to happen? But you feel good about this year because of this game. Your thoughts, Andy Pacaro?
I mean, my thoughts in the game continue to be that the Penguins are just the better team right now. They're moving better. They get to all the loose pucks, and that this game exemplified that. When this game was tied, the better team was clearly the Penguins. The Islanders didn't touch the puck when the game was tied. When the Penguins got up 1 or 2 goals and the Islanders pushed, now all of a sudden it was even. But the Islanders have to really feel the heat for this series to be even as far as hockey played.
I was watching the Islanders broadcast on the replay, and they said the exact same thing. They said, man, when the Penguins don't give the Islanders a chance when they're tied, you know, as soon as the Penguins need to turn it up, they turn it up a notch. It was great watching the game on the Islanders' feed because you got to hear many sides of the story. Because I'll tell you, I was once again just wanting to strangle Pierre Maguire on the NBC feed. It was like 4 years ago. All I wanted to do was cross-check Pierre Maguire in the face. Well, let's do the 3 positives and the 3 negatives. My 3 positives are Gino Machino was back. Due to, everyone's worried. Is he going to fit in? He looked a little gimpy. He's either wearing a brace or he's a little soft, but he had 2 blocks. He controlled the play a lot. He made the smart play a lot of the time, and he got 2 apples. And if anything, he got Zucker to score. The man's a miracle worker. So his line looked great. And that leads to depth down the middle. Jeff Carter, the party starter, 2 more. Are you kidding me? And he's out there in the final seconds of the game. He's doing everything but selling popcorn. That's my second positive. My third positive, the much maligned in my corner, Christopher Letang. Christopher Letang has probably never played better than he's playing right now. And I've seen it all. So those are my 3 positives. Mr. Pacaro.
My 3 positives: 1, the Penguins are not responding. And I know everyone's going to say, well, there's one shift where everyone was in the box. That was one of those necessary stick up for yourselves response where there's a scrum, grab a partner, and do a headlock. And so that's fine. But overall, there was a play where Matt Martin was trying to throttle Crosby, and Crosby was just giggling. He was laughing. He was smiling. He was on the ground smiling, looking up at him. The Penguins are not responding to the fact they're being out-hit and out-thudded and out-punched. They're just out-playing. They are buying into Sully completely. They are just playing their game. They're not letting the Islander game get to them.
Can I get one little point though? I said last time, you know what? You're allowed to start it. You're allowed to be the aggressor. I loved McCann putting that guy's head into the post. You know what? That's great. You know what? Because it doesn't mean we're angels. It doesn't mean we can't do it, Islanders. Just enough. Just boom. Just enough. I really enjoyed that. Even if it cost us a goal, you know what? We're allowed to injure somebody too.
Yeah, you're right. And the response is, and that was during the flow of the play. It didn't disrupt anything. The Islanders are playing good hockey for a moment or two, but then there's a scrum, and it changes the flow. And the Islanders are hurting themselves by overselling this, we're bigger, we're tougher. They really are. They're losing games because of it.
That's a great point. You have 2 more positives? Or?
Oh, I'm sorry. Geez, I went long on that positive.
No. I jumped in.
I
totally jumped in. It's my apologies.
No, It goes down to puck movement, where I only think Colorado and Tampa move the puck better than Pittsburgh right now. They're the best team as far as transitioning out of their zone, and that's part of why the Islanders don't have a very good forecheck. The Penguins are getting to the puck and getting it out, and Marcus Peterson plus for the first time in a while. I thought he had a great game. I thought not just stepping up and talking to Matt Martin when Matt Martin needed to be talked to, even though Peterson's not a tough guy, he did it, right? And also he controlled a lot of pucks to the blue line, made a lot of great passes and outlet passes. He didn't miss one. I thought he had a great game. Him and Cece were phenomenal.
Yeah, and then got burned on that change. Or the helmet. Got burned on the helmet.
Yeah. Was it Cece that got burned on the helmet? I forget.
Well, he got there a little late. He actually
no, it was Marino.
Well, Marino got his helmet knocked off, and then he went for the change. And then Cece just kind of took his circuitous path to the net, I guess. I don't blame Cece for the goal, but other than that, I thought Cece's playing amazing. One more positive for you, unless you want to give your time to the
87, number 87, number 87. I thought that was one of the best games he's ever played in the playoffs. I might not say it on the score sheet. That was one of the best games he's ever played as a center in the playoffs for the Penguins.
He's playing complete hockey everywhere. And his team is too. He's leading the way. My three negatives I'll get to. First off, I don't want to – I hope the punishment isn't wearing us out. You know, they always say the hits in game 1 and 2 come back in game 6 and 7. Hopefully we won't be playing 6 and 7. But I mean, Snake, Dumo, some top guys are taking a lot of punishment. That scares me. Second thing I'm worried about is that they blew a 2-goal lead in the third. I know there's some extenuating circumstances. It's still a 2-goal lead in the third. I don't care you're playing it away. I don't care you're playing it in Mars. 2-goal leads in the playoffs when you got a two-goal lead. You got in the third. You can't let the game be tied. And third, my boys, Rusty and Jake, I think they're playing complete hockey. They're not playing losing hockey, but I think they need to do a little more. I mean, Rusty got that one lucky goal, and that's it. Nothing else from the Snake and Rusty. And maybe on the power play, maybe somewhere, Snake, Rusty, got to get to the back of the net.
While Jari played better and nothing was as bad as game 1, he was great in game 2. He played well enough to win the game, barely. I thought that he was scrambly. I thought that fourth goal where he's just trying to tackle Komarov instead of look at where the puck is. I mean, he complains like it's goaltender interference. Somebody skated by him. He freaks out and shoves him. The puck goes in. It's like that's the kind of mental play you can't make in a game late like that. So Jari is now every game goes back and forth. He's scaring me now. I
agree 100% with that. I didn't want to go I didn't nowhere near go positive. And I'm like, you know what? He won. I don't want to go negative. I don't want to go negative, but I agree with 100%. I agree that it was not a fantastic. There's nothing for the highlight reel. Nothing for the highlight reel.
He lost a lot of pucks. And he was looking around for a lot of pucks. He found a lot of them, but
he honestly, knock on wood, he didn't make that many 5-bell saves either. I mean, it's not like he put on a performance.
Didn't need to.
No, didn't need to.
Yeah, and then 2 more for me. Sorry, my handwriting is so bad and my memory is even worse. Was that Jake is the only one I thought responded in a stupid way during that whole thing. He took the extra 2 and it cost him a goal. During that scrum where there was 5 and 5, there were 6 on the Penguin side, and the extra 10 minutes went to Jake too. So he had to sit out 10 minutes, and it was all over an extra slash that meant nothing. It was all over. That's the kind of thing. The McCann thing, acceptable. The Gensel thing, you can't do that. It's all over. It's going to be even up. Who cares? Don't take that extra slash. And then, in that same vein, like you were saying, the only way they lose the series is if they buy into things like that. And I think that they could lose a series if they start getting, buying in and playing the Islander brand like that. And then the other thing I'd have is the same thing. They're not playing complete games. All 3 games in this series. First 2 periods, great. Third period, So got to close out.
And I didn't think the push this time from the Islanders was that dramatic. I thought they just kind of blew a couple goals.
Yeah, there was more momentum. It was more momentum than not playing well, but still, the third period should be your best period, and it's turning out to be kind of a weak period for them.
But it wasn't like the Islanders took it to them for 10 minutes. That's what I'm saying. They just kind of blew the 2-goal lead, just blew it. It wasn't like the Islanders were dominating. And that's the kind of the scary part, was like they just kind of gave away those 2 goals. It wasn't like, oh my God, the Islanders didn't put 3 good shifts together that whole game.
No.
I mean, we're really playing better than them.
Barzell, hopefully, knock on. But he hasn't put 3 good shifts together.
I thought of you. He's had 3 chances in 3 games that I can count.
Doesn't look like the guy I watched all year.
No, let's hope I don't
now.
see him till. Yeah, let's hope he wants to win it in the summer championship somewhere. Time for the LinkedIn special. Follow my LinkedIn page, Joe Bartnick. It's actually the Puck Off page. Then this show will come up on that feed and respond, ask questions and comments, and maybe we'll talk about you on the show. All right, game 5 tomorrow, or game 4, excuse me. Andy's favorite, the matinee. I said last show, I just want to win Thursday. I got to worry about it. It's house money. Oh, it's house money. And the Penguins, they don't make anything easy. So they'll probably win tomorrow and then lose game 5 at home. But I don't know. It's I think it's going to be good. It's in the afternoon. I think maybe like the energy level might be a little down for the Islanders, and maybe it'll be less punishing on Jake and Dumo. But we'll see. I'm just happy we got the last one. We know it's going to be a long series. Let's just not do something stupid, and let's just keep the momentum going. If we lose 2-1, I'm not going to cry. Of course, I want to win. I just really like the way the team's playing right now. Like I said, we won a game that we wouldn't have won the last 3 years. We wouldn't have won that game the last couple of years.
The fact they have 2 home games left is the big thing, because these teams only win at home during the regular season, and they've both stolen one on the road. So it's reasonable to believe the wins from here on out will probably be home team wins. So if the Penguins could take another one and then still have 2 left to close out, it would be massive. So this game actually got a little bit bigger in my head last night as I was thinking.
Oh, you win. It's a bigger game. That's interesting. I was just so relieved. I was so relieved. All right, everybody. That's Andy Pacaro. I'm Joe Bartnick. That's our show.
To host a fan show or appear as a fan on a fan show, simply create a profile on Fan Media's iOS app or website. Select your teams and make a short intro video on your phone. Show hosts, reporters, former players, and superfans can use our Get Verified feature and make an intro video as well, and our mobile newsroom staff will reach out.